Hi Speedy readers, it's nice to see you again, and I've got a brand new picture book for a Speedy read. Yeah, so if you've got about 5 minutes or so, stick around because we're going to be reading a book called Augustus and His Smile. Yeah, and it's a book by Catherine Raynor. So I personally never read this before, and if you have, I hope you enjoy it, and if you haven't, I equally hope you enjoy it. So it's a win-win situation, ideally. So, here we go. Augustus and His Smile. Let's have a speedy read. Augustus the tiger was sad. He had lost his smile. There, that must be Augustus, and he does. Look at that. It's a big frown. I wonder where his smile went. So, he did a huge tigery stretch and set off to find it. So, it's a good solution. If you lost something, don't get mopey about it, just go and look for it. First, he crept under a cluster of bushes. He found a small, shiny beetle, but he couldn't see his smile. Oh, I wonder what that beetle's up to. Maybe doing the shopping? Then he climbed to the tops of the tallest trees. He found birds that chirped and called, but he couldn't find his smile. Very clever tiger. That he can climb trees, I mean. And there's some pretty birds. Further and further Augustus searched. He scaled the crests of the highest mountains where the snow clouds swirled, making frost patterns in the freezing air. He swam to the bottom of the deepest oceans and splished and splashed with shoals of tiny, shiny fish. Oh, look at that. That's a nice picture. I love the colours. Got all the colours of the fish and then this nice blue getting darker as it goes down. It looks like Augustus is enjoying having a swim as well, eh? He pranced and paraded through the largest desert, making shadow shapes in the sun. Augustus padded further and further through shifting sand until... ... Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, drip, drop, plop. Ah, do you know what's happening? Augustus danced and raced as raindrops bounced and flew. He splashed through puddles bigger and deeper. He raced towards a huge silver blue puddle and saw... What do you think he saw? There, under his nose, his smile. Oh, look at that. He has got a lovely smile. Oh, there's his smile, smiling back at him. In fact, I think, was he smiling in the last picture? He was. Look. He was so happy, dancing around in the rain, and that then when he looked in the puddle, he saw his smile looking back at him. And Augustus realised that his smile would be there whenever he was happy. He only had to swim with the fish, or dance in the puddles, or climb the mountains and look at the world, for happiness was everywhere around him. Augustus was so pleased that he hopped and skipped and jumped away smiling. And there he goes, with his great big tigery footprints, or paw prints I should say. Hey, there he is through the desert. Ah, there we go. Oh, and look, there's some amazing tiger facts. We don't usually get this at the end of a picture book, but let's read it. Augustus is a Siberian tiger, in case you were wondering. Siberian tigers are the biggest cats in the world, no joke. They live in southern Russia and northern China, where the winters are very cold. Most tigers are orange with black stripes. The stripes make them hard to see when they walk through tall weeds and grasses. Tigers are good swimmers and like to cool down by sitting in water holes. Every tiger has a different pattern of stripes, like a human fingerprint. It also says tigers are in danger. Tigers are only hunted by one animal. I'll do this again, but better. Tigers are only hunted by one animal, and that's humans. And humans are ruining the land where tigers live. There are more tigers living in zoos and nature reserves than in the wild. Wow, I didn't know that. There are only about 6,000 tigers left in the wild. Wow. So we have to take care of tigers. Clearly. And that was a lovely book called Augustus and His Smile by Catherine Raynor, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly did, with some beautiful pictures and a lovely story of how Augustus got his smile back. Okay, so I will see you next time for another Speedy read of something completely different, but it will be a picture book. Alright, so until then, you go easy, and I'll see you then. Alright, bye!